Hey everyone, Melissa here. I am a Canva Certified Creative, and in this video, I will be showing you how to stay organized in Canva. So let's dive in. Staying organized is such a time saver, and Canva is making this so easy for us with some of their features. And today I want to go through all these features with you so you can really organize your Canva account and save time when you are designing in Canva. So the very first thing I want to share with you is the folder feature. Folders are so amazing, and what is great is with the Pro account, you get quite a few folders, and I want to share this with you. When it comes to storage, folders are unlimited with the Pro account. Now, if you are a free member, you get 2 folders, and you can still get somewhat organized in that. But I would totally recommend using the unlimited folder option, as it is so easy to get organized with the amount of folders that we get access to. You can always go to canva.com/pricing to view all of the different features that Canva has to offer. Now, when it comes to folders, you can actually access the folders and create new folders by going to the left tab here where it says all your folders. So you can simply click on that and it's going to bring you to your folder tab. Now here you see all the different folders that I have created for myself, but I want to show you how you can create folders. It's super easy. Just within a few clicks, you'll be able to do that. So by clicking here at the top right corner, create a new folder, it's going to prompt you to name your folder. So let's say that we're going to call this Canva tutorial. Okay, now you can actually, if you have team members, you can actually share this folder right from the get-go. In this case, I'm not sharing this with anyone, and I'm simply going to click create folder. So now I have a brand new folder called Canva tutorial, and what I can do now is that I can create some subfolder in this big folder, which is really great because now there's like unlimited opportunities for you to get organized. So let's say that I wanted to create another folder in this folder. So I would do the same thing again, just create another folder. So I'm gonna call this one folder 1, and I'm gonna create another one called folder 2, and one more, folder 3. So now what is great with this is, if let's say that I go back to my screen with all the folders. Now if I go to the new folder that I just created, Canva tutorial, I can see that there are 3 items in this one. So I can click on this, and now you see I have my 3 folders. Now what is great with this is now that I can organize pictures, designs, elements, or anything like that, I can organize all this into the folders. Now, how can I do this? Let's say that folder 1 is a folder where I want to add some images, for example. So I could simply click on this and I could click on upload. So I can go to my computer, select the images that I want to use, and then I would simply upload everything that I want to upload in this one. So now when I go back to this Canva tutorial folder, you'll see that folder 1 now has 7 items. And if I click on it, you can see those are the images that I have uploaded. Now, let's say I want to create a design. So I can simply click on here, create a design. I can use custom dimension, or in this case, I'm just going to simply click on Instagram post. So it's going to bring me a brand new blank design. So I'm going to name this Canva tutorial. So now if I go into here, the left-hand side menu here, if I wanted, I could go to folders and I can search for Canva tutorial. Okay, so my folder that I just created is here. Now you'll see folder 1, 2, and 3 are here. Folder 1 with all my images are here. So if I'm ready to be creating a graphic with this template here, then I can just go back to this folder and I can be using the images right here. Okay, so which makes it super simple because I know exactly where to go in order to find my images. And if I was to create another graphic with this template here, then I can again access my folder and put my images in there. So super simple, right? Now, if let's say that I want to save this graphic into this one of those folders that I just created, I can do that from the design directly. So I can go ahead and click on File here in the top left menu, and I'm gonna go here and click Save to Folder. Now it's going to ask me, I can search for a folder, or I can scroll down and find the folder where I want to save it. So if I wanted to save it to Canva tutorial, I would click that little arrow, and now I find my folders here again. So let's say that I wanted to save this in folder 2. I can simply click on folder 2 and save. Okay, so now let's go back to the home menu, okay, and let's go find those folders that we've just created. So again, you go to all your folders. The one that I've just created is called Canva Tutorial. Folder 3 has nothing in it. Folder 1 has all the images that I have uploaded. Folder 2 has this Canva template that I've just created during this tutorial. So now I know how to find it. Another thing that is really great is once you start using folders, and of course it's going to be so much easier for you to find your graphics, your elements, or your pictures and all that. But what is really great too is if you're naming your templates in a way that is easy for you to remember, you're going to be able to use the search feature. Okay, so let's say that I'm changing the name of this graphic and I'm calling it Instagram Canva Tutorial. Right now it's saved. This is the name of my graphic. Now, if I go back to the home screen, here I can search pretty much anything. So let's say that I'm looking for this graphic here, which I know and I remember that it's called Instagram Canva Tutorial. Okay, and I don't feel like searching in my folders. I can actually come to the search bar here and search Instagram. Okay, so what is great is that Canva is going to suggest me a bunch of different Instagram dimensions, different Instagram options or categories that I can choose from. But if I keep scrolling down, I'm going to see here your designs. Okay, so now everything that has the name Instagram in it, so you see here I have quite a few copies of Instagram. So now you see Instagram Canva Tutorial is right here. So if I click on this, it's going to bring me to the graphic that we just created. Now you can do this for anything. So if I type Canva here and I scroll down all the way to your designs, I'll see that it comes up here. So anything that I have named with the word Canva is going to show up. Okay, same thing if I wanted to go and look for tutorial instead. Same thing, anything that has a word tutorial is going to show up in the search. Now, this is why it's super important to name your designs easily. So things that you know that you will remember. So depending on what you are creating. So if you're creating for yourself, maybe you're organizing your folders with things that make sense to you. You know, I've named this folder mine because it's all of my graphics that are only for me. So anything that is Instagram is in the Instagram folder. Anything that is Facebook is on the Facebook folder. Now, people is just pictures of people because I use a lot of pictures of people. Now, I use a platform called Podia, YouTube, all my freebies are here, Pinterest, anything that is blog or website. So everything is really organized for me. So anything that, when I go and sit down to create something for myself, I know that I go into this folder. Now I go to the next thing. Okay, I'm creating for Facebook. I click on Facebook. Then I would have, Facebook covers are there, my Facebook posts are there. So it's easy for me to go in there and then just start creating. Now I don't have to search for anything. I know where to go. Same thing if you have clients. The way that I name things is the very first thing is the platform that I'm creating for and who am I creating for. So let's say that I'm creating for Melissa, then it would be Melissa Instagram and then the name of the actual design. And this is how I teach my clients to organize themselves as well. So for that way, it's easy for them to find their own graphics. Okay, so we talked about folders, we talked about naming designs, we talked about searching designs. Now, another thing that is good to know too when you are wanting to stay organized in Canva is that you can actually easily find and organize elements from designs or from templates. So let's say that we created this earlier and I'm really liking this element here, the little quote element. Well, what is great here is that when I select something, there's this little icon here, the little eye icon, and it says info. So if I click on this, it's going to give me the information about this element. So I see that it's a free element and the keywords that are used for this. So let's say that I wanted to search more of this. I could click on this quotation marks, quotation quotes, speech marks. So I could click on those. Those are actually clickable. So if I click on this, it's going to bring me to the elements that are organized under quotation marks. So you'll see that you can go and start browsing, okay? But the other thing too, what I can do is I can select this, go to the eye icon, and then I can add to my like folder. So this is basically just a folder with all your likes, and I can show you where to find this. But the other thing that you can do too is that you can add it to a folder. So let's say that you have a client and you know that she's always using this quotation and you don't want to have to go and look for it every time, then why not add it to their folder? So let's say that I go to Canva tutorial and I add this to the third folder and I can add it here. So now if I go to my folders, you'll see that my quotation mark is right there. This is really, really, really awesome. Another thing that you can do too, like I was saying, you can add to your likes. So let's say that I add this. It says that it's been saved to my likes. And now when you go to the left-hand side here and you scroll down to folders, you will have a like folder right here. So you can actually click on this and you'll see all the elements. Those are all the elements that I've liked in the past, but you'll see that this one is the new one that I have just added. So it's right there. And this is basically super simple, right? Again, you select the element, click on the eye icon, and then you can actually remove from likes here. You'll see it disappears. And then add to likes, it shows up here. So, it can be a great way to like elements that you like, or you can add them to the folders directly where you want to find them. So this is also such a time saver, because if you know that you're always going to be using, let's say, this element here, that I'm always going to be using that into my graphics, then I don't need to go and search for this all the time. And like I was saying, now when I'm selecting a template and I want to see, like, let's say that I really like this, but I don't necessarily like the template, then now it's easy. I can just select it and add it to my likes, or search for more that is in the same keyword section, which is really great. Such a time saver, like I was saying. So really, there's no right or wrong way to organize yourself in Canva. As long as you are, one, staying on top of it. It's super important to be able to organize your folders, and of course to remember your system. So finding a system and then keeping up with it, okay? Super important. Let's go back to the folders, okay? So when you're actually in a folder, you can actually go in now, and if you hover over each images or each elements or designs, you can actually go on this and you'll see there's a little square here in the corner. You can actually select these, and then you can either delete, or you can use a little folder icon here and move it to another folder. So if I wanted to move it to a different folder, I can do that just within a few clicks. So this is a great feature that also helps you stay organized and really staying on top of keeping your folders clean. So another quick tip that I want to share with you is, if you can, if it's once a week or once every month or once every quarter, go into your Canva account and start clearing up things that you don't use, or even if it's things that you don't necessarily use very often or you haven't used in a while. Having the Pro account, you have unlimited folders. So why not have a folder where you're going to put everything that you don't use anymore in there, so you have it for future reference, but it doesn't clutter your space in Canva. So I hope you found this very helpful, and I hope that you can now organize your Canva account the easiest way possible for you, and that you find a system that works for you. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you would like to connect with me, I like to hang out in my Facebook group called the Visual Lounge, or you can also find me on Instagram at graphic.maven. I can't wait to connect with you, and I will see you guys later.